Hey guys, I'm Karen Taradas with Social U. It's time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live once a week on Wednesday, shockingly, to talk about digital and social media tips, tricks, and trends, and information that's helpful to small business owners, like marketing information and yeah. So this whole month we're really focusing on the solopreneur, the small business owner, and things that are difficult for you personally. We're talking about writer's block. We're talking about when you are burned out. Everybody experiences burnout. It's totally okay. It does happen at some point. It happens more than you know when you're seeing all these folks creating this amazing content. Everybody goes through it. You're not alone. It's not just you. So let's go ahead and get started. Today is really about content block. When you have posted for the same account for more than a minute, I would say content block normally really settles in after the first 6 months. If it's your business, a lot of times you forget what you know that other people don't know. I am the worst about this. Something that's very simple for me. And number 10 on this list is something that I use all the time that most people don't know, that you'll be surprised to find out, that we will get to. But again, you don't realize how much information you know as the owner or as the person who works in the business. And I think a lot of times people forget that. So you want to make sure that you are sharing your information without experiencing tremendous burnout. And really and truly, 6 months, it can be overwhelming. You get to a point where you're like, if I have to post one more thing about cake, like if you're a baker, if I have to post one more thing about flowers, if you're a florist, it can get to the point where you're just like, I have no idea what else I'm going to do. So today we're going to talk about content block and how to overcome it. So let's go ahead and jump to it. Okay. Number one, first and foremost, having a content calendar is one of the most helpful things ever. We normally work off of a 2-week strategic rotation. So what does that mean? It means we have topics for 6 days a week for 2 weeks, so that at any given time, I can go look at alternating Tuesdays and say, okay, the first and third Tuesdays of the month, I'm going to post testimonials. And the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month, I'm going to post insider tips, so that you know, hey, it's Tuesday. This is what I'm going to post. To me, it gets much more daunting when you have to sit down in front of your computer. You get crazy busy, like business owners do. You look up, it's 4 o'clock. Holy crap, where's my day gone? I have to post something. What am I going to post? I don't know. I posted something funny yesterday. I posted a tip the day before that. It takes all that guesswork out of it. And when you know what you're going to post, you can do batched content, which really streamlines us. So like, if you know you're going to do testimonials twice a month, you can grab your testimonials and, hey, it's Madison. Look, there's Madison. It's Madison's birthday.
Hi, everybody.
She's 14 today. It allows you to streamline your content so that instead of just creating one testimonial, you might go ahead and create 4 testimonials. Okay, why does that matter? Well, creating one might take 15 minutes, but creating 4 might take you 20 minutes, so that you're actually saving time in the long run by batching that content. It makes it easier to swap out the backgrounds, change up the graphics if you're doing it in these big chunks. So content calendar, first and foremost, is just the most important thing. We have an awesome template that we created, not just for our own use, but for clients' use. So if that's something that interests you, if you will if you'll drop a comment below or send us a DM with your email, we'll send it to you. Okay, number 2, brainstorm with with yourself, but brainstorm with a colleague or a team member. We have a huge advantage because we have a team of people, loud, coffee drinking people. That if we get blocked on something, we can swap it up or change it out, or it breathes new life into the account. We have one of our accounts that we've had for almost 9 years. I love them. They've been with us a long time. Each one of our team members has at some point represented that brand, because you need new eyes. It needs new blood. So periodically, if you're, oh gosh, okay, I'm having trouble with the signal. I will tell you, anybody some of my team are here with me live. So if you guys can pull off of our Wi-Fi for just a minute, that'd be great. anytime you can bounce ideas off someone else, it will help you tremendously. And if you don't have a team, that's okay. Mastermind groups work, networking groups work, associated networking. What do I mean by associated networking? I mean, if you're a wedding vendor, you can talk and you sell flowers, you can turn around and talk to someone who does dresses or catering or a chauffeur or a DJ that are all in the wedding industry that can share some great content and great ideas with you. Okay, number 3, keyword research. Google has a keyword research tool that's free. So that if you go in there and you search what you think people are looking for versus what people are actually looking for, Google's going to tell you. So, automobile, do people still use that word ever? No. So if I'm looking for a car rental, I'm going to look for car rental. But sometimes, again, as a business owner, you get in your own way. So I might throw back to the good old days when I had yellow pages and it had to go under auto instead of car. So if I type in automobile, Google's going to tell me what similar searches are. So it'll tell me what else I need to look up, like car rental versus auto rental. It's a great way for you to find out how people are looking for you and finding you. So will your Google Analytics. If you'll go look at your Google Analytics, it tells you how exactly people are finding you, what phrases and terminology they're using, and then you can research those keywords and get more keywords for great content. Okay, number 4, check your previous posts. If you know for a fact that posts that have your face in them do well, post more of that. If you know for a fact that testimonials do well, post more of that. If humor do that, look at your previous analytics. You can previous behavior is the best indicator of future behavior. So if it worked for you in the past, it's going to continue to work for you in the future. Number 5, go deeper on previous topics. Like for me to tell you, okay, content block, here's some things you can do. I can go deeper on this by suggesting 3 specific websites for you to get ideas for content. It's a deeper version of what we're talking about now. Okay, number 6, pull from what's current. What does that mean? It means the news, social media, books, podcasts, whatever is happening right now. Social media is one of the best tools to get topics for other social media. What do I mean? I mean, Twitter and Pinterest are 2 of the most overlooked search engines, and Twitter's technically not its own search engine, but man, it could be. There's so much information on Twitter. If you just type in a keyword or a hashtag, it'll feed you a whole bunch of stuff. Newspaper article, again, Google alerts is a great tool for getting content so that you're not blocked all the time. There's just some incredible tools out there, but Twitter and Pinterest is its own search engine. YouTube is its own search engine. Great ways to find good topic for you to take a look at so you can pull for future content. Let's see, after you pull from what's current. Okay, number 7, educate. You constantly have to be learning new stuff. Whether you're reading a new book, whether you're listening to podcasts, whether you're taking training or attending a boot camp that's so long that you think your eyes are going to bleed, you still have to do it. It's important for you to continue to educate yourself. It helps bring new life to old content. Just a great way to kind of shake things up. Okay, number 8, start in the middle. I think that starting in the middle seems counterintuitive. It's not. Sometimes instead of trying to start with the message, find a graphic that you love and work backwards, or find a caption that you love and work backwards. Or if captions are not normally first for you, start with a caption and then go find the graphic. If you'll flip it around a little bit, a lot of times it will help you. Sometimes if we're looking for tips for real estate, I'll find a really great picture and then find a tip to go with it instead of finding the tip and then trying to find a picture that shows you what that tip is, which can be daunting at best. So yeah, mix it up by starting in the middle. Number 9, change your routine. I know this sounds like a very simple tool, but it can be just a tremendous help. Change your location. If you normally work from home, go to a coffee shop. Change the time you work. If you know you're most productive in the morning, but you don't work until the afternoon, start working in the morning. Work in small bursts. Get up and move around if you have to. Take very loud coffee breaks, whatever is necessary for you to mix it up so that you can kind of get that creative juice flowing. A lot of times taking a break is a really good answer because sometimes when you step away from it, I have some of my best ideas in the shower when my brain kind of goes on autopilot and it gives me a chance for my brain to kind of roam around. That's when some of the best problem solving ideas come to me, or when I'm driving and I kind of go on autopilot. And number 10, one of my favorite tools ever, and not very few people know about it. It's a website called Answer the Public. Answer the Public is a keyword research tool. You can pay for it, but it's free. The free version, you can use it once a day, which is plenty. You can type in a single word. So if you are a wedding vendor, you can type in the word wedding, and it will give you every single question that's asked on Google that has the word wedding in it. And it does it in a diagram, and it does it in a spreadsheet. So the diagram looks like a flower, and each petal of the flower has multiple lines in it with multiple questions. So you'll have a how, what, when, who, why. How far in advance do I need to send wedding invitations? How far in advance do I need to plan my wedding? How many bridesmaids is normal? Whatever all the questions are, it gives them to you. And since this is what people are looking for, doesn't it make the most sense to build your content around that? Yeah, it does. And when you change the wording, it's going to change the search. So if I put in wedding dress, I'm going to get a very different response than if I put in weddings or wedding vendors. So changing the terminology changes the outcome. So just something else to help you with that content block. That is it for us today. We will be back next week on Wednesday with, what's our topic next week on Wednesday? That's coming from the Peanut Gallery shortly. You guys tell me if there's something else you want to know. But again, all this month, we're going to focus on business owners, things that are challenging for business owners, like burnout. We're going to talk about burnout next week. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because no matter how awesome you are and how much content you put out, everybody goes through burnout. It's a real thing. And we want to talk about how to overcome that and get back to that creative side where you're happy and excited to do what you do instead of posting fatigue. Yeah, burnout. And imposter syndrome. And then imposter syndrome. Everybody has imposter syndrome. Even I just read a book about it's called The Female Brain, How to Work with the Female Brain. And she cites an example in there where she talks about this award-winning author, this woman who's won all these accolades, very accomplished, and right before her presentation, she's beating herself up because she doesn't feel like she's good enough. It happens for everybody. It's a real thing. So that's what we're doing next week's posting fatigue, which is kind of another way to say burnout. Until then, if you have any questions or any information you want to know, always drop us a comment. We're going to monitor those. You can send a direct message if you don't want the world to see it. And until next Wednesday, Karen Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks, guys.